Today we're going to learn how to join our granny squares, and we'll be working along the vertical seam in this video. The method that we use is the slip stitch method through the front loop on the right hand side and the back loop on the left hand side. And the first thing you'll want to do is line up your squares so that your stitches are next to each other and they're nice and aligned. Then you're going to do a slip knot and slide it onto your hook. And the first thing we do before we start working is move our yarn to the back. So we want both of our squares to sit on top of our working yarn. So we'll zoom out so that you can see, but essentially you just want it to be sitting beneath both of the squares you're about to join. Now we'll be working in the front loop on the right hand side and then the back loop on the left hand side. So the first thing is find that stitch in the corner of your first square, stick your hook through the front loop. And now we're going to come in through the back loop of our second square, just like this. We're getting nice and close. And now we yarn over with the yarn that's connected to the ball. And then pull it through all 3 loops on your hook. And you've created your first slip stitch. Now we'll do it again nice and close. So working into the next stitch, slip your hook into the front loop and then slip your hook into the back loop of your other square. Now yarn over and slip it through the 3 loops on your hook. And you can see that we've got our second stitch. So again, insert your hook into the front loop on the right hand side and now into the back loop on the left hand side. Yarn over, pull your hook through all 3 loops. And then you'll continue to do this all the way up to the end of your square. And if you would like your seam to be invisible, you would do this on the back side of your work. So you'd have the wrong sides of your squares facing upwards. Whereas here we've got our right sides facing up because we like the look of the seam. And now you can see that we're almost at the end of our first 2 squares. So we're going to work in 1 more loop so that we've got a really nice straight edge. And if you were going to then join another 2 squares, you would just continue to do the same slip stitch pattern all the way up the next 2 squares. So to finish off, just chain 1, cut your yarn, and then fasten off, and you have completed your first 2 joined squares.